And last night my water pump stopped on me. Alright, it's been about a week now. I had to wait for this water pump to arrive from Amazon. It's a Flomax water pump, and my dad just left and got this all rigged up for me. I was very intimidating by all this wiring, like I said, but he got it all hooked up and it works. I'm pumped. Yeah, I'm so excited to finally have running water again. So this was the old pump, a little bit rusty and not sure how old it is, but it looks like it's pretty old. It was a SureFlow. This one, I think it was 40 psi. And yeah, this was the new one here, Flomax. It was one of the more affordable ones on Amazon, and I was looking at the reviews, and there were a lot, and there were some pretty good ones. Said it was more quiet and so on, so that's what I went with. So yeah, so far so good. It's nice to see a brand new water pump sitting in there. Yes, I realize this is disgusting. I really need to vacuum some of this stuff up. But this is a wonderful thing. What is going on? That is the third cellar bug I saw in here crawling around on the floor in a matter of like 20 seconds. What is going on? This is number 4 and this is number 5. Where on earth are these little cellar bugs coming from? Here is just an example of how sometimes it's the little things when you live this lifestyle. I just picked up this basket. It's not really supposed to be a hanging basket, but I made it one by a simple screw hook here. Before, there was no place to put vegetables that didn't need to go in the fridge. Well, fruits or vegetables, I should say. So it was just set here on this counter. This counter was just loaded with that kind of stuff. Because you don't really want to put it up in the cupboards because you might forget about it. So it was just sitting all over this counter, taking up space. This counter isn't the greatest looking thing to begin with because I just have a bunch of electronics and random things. But something as simple as this, just getting it up off of the counter, makes such a big difference. Love it. $21 at Canadian Tire. Something else that has made a huge difference is this little apparatus right here. Also purchased at Canadian Tire. It is a Flex pocket pump. Battery powered fuel transfer pump. So now when I want to fill the diesel heater, this is so much easier. I can just leave it on the ground. I've been wanting one of these for a while. You just hit the on switch. That pumps all of your diesel fuel up into the line here. So I just put the nozzle into the opening of the diesel heater and I just pull the trigger and we've got fuel coming out. When it's full, I just release the trigger, hit the off switch, and then the fuel just runs back down the line when I squeeze the trigger again. Right back into the jerry can. That's so much easier because before I was dragging those big stools over there, setting it along this post, putting a very full jerry can of diesel up on top so I can siphon it downward. So that's the only way that it really worked with my siphon hose before. Now I don't have to do any like high lifting with a very heavy diesel can. It's the little things sometimes. Also, it is hunting season, so you'll be seeing this orange hat a lot. Get out of here! And if I haven't mentioned it already, I do have a squirrel that has already moved in here, trying to make a home amongst this pile, so that's fun. Speak of the devil. I hear him. but I don't see him. Maybe that makes him lucky. He's not happy when I do that. Oh. Chill. Listen, man, don't get mad at me. You're the one who owes me rent money. I should say, I don't mind if the squirrel makes a nest in here. I just, like in the wood, I just really don't want the squirrel tearing apart the material on the tent shed. I had a box there the other day, I moved it, and somebody's starting to hoard pine cones under there. Yeah, I don't really like that idea because I'm planning on putting my scooter in here for the winter, so I don't like the idea of a squirrel being in here just roaming over everything and getting into everything, because who knows what it'll get into with my scooter. Alright guys, I've got to show you this. Try new location. Point camera up. Last night when I did this, I was getting less than 3% obstruction. I don't even know if you can see this. Today when I've done it, I was getting 9 point something% obstruction. So I'm just trying to understand, because yes, there are trees around. I did take it out to a field where it said, this is a great place for Starlink. But this is the message I received. You may want to find a better spot. When I click on the information tab there, it's saying this location is 8.66% obstructed. Even small obstructions can cause consistent interruptions. How bad would my interruptions be? I mean, like I said, last night I was getting less than 3%. I don't know if it's the app or if it's just, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you've had this happen, if you have this percentage of obstruction and it still works fine. I think I'm going to go ahead and order Starlink anyway and just test it out, but yeah, I think it's kind of impossible. I mean, it's pretty open right here, but obviously there are some trees, and I think that's pretty normal in most places. Like I said, I took it to a field and tried it out where there was no trees around, and it said 0.17% obstructed, and told me it was a great place, but it's just not very likely you're gonna find a spot that doesn't have any trees. Like I said, pretty open there, so let me know in the comments below what you think. Ah, this just doesn't get old, man. Ramsay. Ramsay. Ramsay! Are you alive? Oh my god, you find it hot or something?